Hello again, Terence McGuana here. Welcome back to Canon Forever, and today we're going to talk about Breakin from 1984. Kelly Bennett meets Ozone and Turbo on the boardwalk of Venice Beach and is smitten by their dancing. The trio set out to defeat rival breakdancers Electro Rock and to prove to others that breakdance is a socially respectable style of dancing. I remember watching this film with my sister on videotape, and at that time in the UK it was called Breakdance, it wasn't called Breakin, right? And I don't really remember anything about the movie from when I saw it as a small child, but my sister, I remember her really being enamoured with it. Another one that she would get out of the video store time and time again was Girls Just Want to Have Fun with Sarah Jessica Parker. She absolutely adored that movie, and any time we would go to the video store, I would get either Ghostbusters or Poltergeist out again and again, or she would go for Breakdance and Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So when I decided to do this series, Canon Forever, I knew that I'd have to sit and watch Breakin, right, Breakdance once again. And to be honest, I was sitting there thinking, this is going to be awful. This is going to be absolutely terrible. It's going to be one of those really cheesy films from the 1980s that is just not going to hold up today. And it pleases me to say that I'm absolutely mistaken. Breakin is a fabulous movie. I love this film, and I was feeling a bit down in the dumps last week when I watched it. Oh, this film turned my frown upside down. For me anyway, right? You could probably pick this apart and say, oh, that's so lame, so cheesy. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed Breakin. I think it's a really good movie. How this film came to be was that Menahem Golan, his daughter, saw breakdancing happen on Venice Beach, and she reported it back to her father. And Menahem Golan saw this dance craze and just saw dollar signs, right? He was quite right to feel that way, because Breakin was a box office success, a really big box office success, even considering its small budget, right? This is probably the most successful film in Canon's repertoire overall, right? Considering its budget and considering its box office draw, this film was an absolute smash, right? And I completely understand why. Really silly, right, the way it's presented. I can see right past that. I don't care. And the nostalgia factor in this one is just 10 out of 10. Every piece of music that gets played in this film is brilliant, right? You've got music from Al Jarreau, you've got music from Chaka Khan, and even Ice-T makes an appearance in this. Not only was Menahem Golan inspired by his daughter seeing breakdancing on Venice Beach, but also a documentary from 1983 called Breaking and Entering, where a lot of the breakdancers and MCs that appeared in that documentary are carried over into this production, Breakin, right, including Ice-T. This is the first film that Ice-T ever appeared in, right? Straight away I just recognised him. I was like, there's Ice-T, fantastic, right? The two leading men in this, the two lead breakdance characters, Ozone and Turbo, right, they were absolutely fantastic, especially Michael Chambers, aka Boogaloo Shrimp. The scene where he's using the sweeping brush, he's doing all this sort of body locking stuff, that was just intoxicating to watch. And I've done a little bit of research into this guy, and he's appeared in so many music videos, Chaka Khan, Paula Abdul, Lionel Richie, so many people's music videos, right? Apparently the dance moves that he performs in Breakin were inspired weirdly from Ray Harryhausen, right? The old Ray Harryhausen movies like Clash of the Titans, Jason and the Argonauts, where the stop motion animation, right, where characters are kind of moving like this, right? Apparently that's where Boogaloo Shrimp got the inspiration for these body locking moves that he performs here in Breakin, right? And it's just incredible, right? Honestly, I could watch this guy all day. The other character, Ozone, is played by Adolfo Gutierrez Quinones, aka Shabba Doo, right? His moves are pretty decent as well, but for me, it was Boogaloo Shrimp all the way. He's totally stole this film, because the movie's not about acting, it's not a really compelling story, Breakin. It is very cliched, right? When it comes to, you know, we're just about showing people that breakdancing is as good as any other form of dance. That is the message of this film, right? And it is cliched to the hilt, right? You know exactly what you're getting, but it's just such a joy to watch. It's just so entertaining. This actor Shabba Doo, right? I know these guys aren't trained actors, and they make do with you know, kind of a pedestrian script, to be honest, right? But they make do with what they've got, and I think they're fine. I think they're both fine in, you know, in the acting department, to be perfectly honest, especially Shabba Doo. I would say that Boogaloo Shrimp really takes the lead when it comes to the dance moves, and Shabba Doo is a bit more compelling as an actor, right? That's just my humble opinion. I don't know a great deal about breakdancing and how to measure who is the greatest at breakdancing and things like that, but that's my opinion on that. He was from that television series Soul Train, which we never got here in the UK, and I'm absolutely scunnered that we never got to see Soul Train. But I've for the past few years, thanks to YouTube, I've been playing catch up and checking out some of those amazing performances by some of the greatest soul acts. Right, getting sidetracked again, but yeah, this character Shabba Doo. This actor, breakdancer, he's been in a few other films like Tango and Cash. He was in an episode of Miami Vice and Married with Children. None of these two gentlemen have really became, you know, great screen actors, right? And you wouldn't really expect that from watching this. They're mainly focused on their dancing ability, and that's really what sort of career they've had moving forward. Music videos, dance competitions, things like that. That's really where they earned their crust, right? Our lead character Kelly, who gets nicknamed as Special K by these two gentlemen, she is the sort of dorky white girl, right, who is more of a sort of traditional dancer, right, and she rejects that because she sees these two incredible street performers on Venice Beach, right, doing these amazing moves, and she wants to get involved in that. She sees the value in breakdancing, right? And she's got a manager played by Christopher McDonald, right? I love Christopher McDonald, and you get the impression that throughout the story that there is a love triangle starting to form between Shabba Doo and Christopher McDonald, with Kelly stuck in the middle. The strange thing about this movie is it never really resolves this. I was rather compelled by the love triangle. It was cliched, right? But I mean, I did not expect to get The Godfather here, right? But the love triangle I was getting quite interested in, and I thought that was where Shabba Doo, where his acting came into play, right? I mean, the guy's not going to win any Oscars here, but for this type of film, I thought his acting was perfectly fine, right? And I was actually getting carried away with the love triangle, and I thought it was really interesting that here is a man of colour in 1984, right, caught in a love triangle with this white girl played by Lucinda Dickey, right? And we will get to her eventually because I will be looking into Ninja 3: The Domination. Only a ninja can defeat a ninja, so we will discuss her ability as an actor in a later episode. But yeah, I thought his acting in those scenes was perfectly fine, and I found the representation in this movie very, very progressive. For 1984, I know you don't care about spoilers, right, because this movie is cliched to the hilt, but there's a scene in it which practically rips off Flashdance, where the famous scene from Flashdance where Alex dances in front of those judges to What a Feeling, right? An amazing scene, right? The dancing in that is just exquisite, and I know that they did it through using like 3 people, including a man, to achieve that, right? But she absolutely deserves that in that scene. In that scene in Flashdance, she wins over those judges, right? In Flashdance, she wins over those judges and she wins over the audience at the same time. At the very same time, we are like, yeah, you go girl, you win, you're the greatest, right? There's a scene just like that in Breaking that is a weak imitation of that scene in Flashdance, and it is hilarious. It's so hilarious because, alright, Shabba Doo and Boogaloo Shrimp, yeah, they've got the moves, and so does Kelly as well, to be amazing dancers. They've won me over. They've absolutely won me over with their dance moves. But these judges, right? These judges are won over by these breakdance moves, and you just know deep down that they don't like it, right? Not because the moves are rubbish or it's not compelling or anything like that. It's just because the script says so. It's almost like they only applaud and get out of their seat and say that's marvellous just because the script says so. The film itself does not portray this dance sequence well enough for it to win over these judges, right? The moves are incredible. I think these people are immensely talented. I'd put them in the show within a heartbeat, but you're not convincing me that you've won over these judges, and that just makes me laugh. It's just so like, we have to do this because the script said so. Yeah, Breakin is a classic movie, absolutely brilliant. I was so enjoying this movie and I really needed it. I would say it's one of those antidepressant films because it's so cheesy, so goofy, but so good-natured. I think the message at the end of the film where Kelly and these guys all come together and they prove to everyone that breakdancing is just as valuable as any other form of dance. That's really nice. And it just, I don't know, it gave me a big warm fuzzy glow at the very end, right? I know I'm a total cheeseball, right? Shoot me. But if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the subscription button. I'm Terence McGuana. I'll be back with another Canon film very soon. And have a brilliant evening, okay? Cheerio, bye.